Hey guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, and the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now, today is a big day in crypto, ladies and gentlemen. You've had Gary Gensler absolutely getting grilled by the Financial Services Committee again for the second year in a row. Very, very interesting stuff that's come out of that, including Bitcoin now obviously officially being put on record as obviously a commodity, which is absolutely huge as well. We've got Ripple now appointing a former White House official, which is just bullish in my opinion. Obviously got Ripple on edge as the SEC faces Capitol Hill heat. And again, I'm not even worried about that, to be honest with you. We also got the SEC delaying ARK Invest's Bitcoin spot ETF. And on the flip side of that, you've got the SEC now officially acknowledging on their books the Franklin Templeton spot Bitcoin ETF application, which is huge. Updates in relation to Shiba Inu as well. An Ethereum futures ETF may also be on the cards to obviously start trading next week, which is huge as well. And we're also going to be going over Solana, my crypto trading bots, which are doing incredibly well at the moment. Literally, I'm going to show you everything with what's going on there. And that obviously is all in the Patreon as well. So guys, it's a very, very bullish video today. Let's get into it. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, if you are new, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification as well, because as you can see right here, absolutely love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. Things are getting freaking crazy in this space. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that, all right? So make sure you give it a good thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's down there on the side now. Thank you very much. You guys absolutely rock. Also, little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. All right, formalities right out of the way. I'm going straight to the community tab. Love putting updates in here, but we have obviously Ripple now appointing a former White House official to secure position in conversation, which is enormous. Not only have they now got a former White House official, they've got the former treasurer in the United States, Rosie Rios, which, I mean, her name is on the American fiat currency, which is huge. And obviously we've got some interesting fun stuff here, but boy math. He's making a coffee at home to save $5, then losing $12,000 in a single trade. I've done that before. Moving on, we've got the top altcoins in my portfolio. And yes, these obviously go up every single day in the Patreon that is linked below. So please join up to that. And I've got BTT up today, Luna, Lonk, Ubix Network, and Star Atlas, which I really like the game. If you go on their website, it's incredible. It's going to be huge. And again, I just really can't wait for that. Now, moving on, let's go to Coinspot. Now, they are an official partner of the channel, ladies and gentlemen, so there is referral links below for this. If you use those links, you will get $10 in Bitcoin. Of course, these prices are in Aussie dollars. Everything else is set to US dollars because I'm catering for everybody around the world and my Aussie fans. Now, Bitcoin's sitting at $42,000 today, which is really nice, up 1%. Ethereum's at 2,600. You've got XRP at 80 cents. Really, really nice to see that, guys. It's still incredibly undervalued. And to be quite honest with you, I don't even know why it is that low. It should be a lot higher than what it is at the moment. I'm just bringing up my trading bots on the screen as we speak. Now we've got Cardano at 39 cents, Dogecoin at 9 cents. I'm still holding on to that. Solana's at $31, which is nice, up 1.7%. We also have Polkadot at $6, Matic at 82 cents, Litecoin 102, Links at $12, which is nice. XLM is at 18 cents. Hedera is at 8 cents as well. ICP at $4, Aptos $8, VeChain doing nothing for weeks, months even. Quant is at 145. I'm still bullish on VeChain. Optimism $2 today, up 1.79%. We have ALGO also at 15 cents. XDC at 8 cents, which is nice. Axe is at $7.18. Moving down, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Neo at $11. It's like a Chinese-based Ethereum. It's a layer one. Now moving down, we've got IOTA at 24 cents and also Caspar at 5 cents. And yes, I'm very, very bullish on Reef and XYO. I've spoken about those before. Now, Let's go to Crypto Bubbles. And yes, I've got the Wall Street Bull University linked below. Put up all my buys, sells, trades, indicators, day trading bots, my futures grid trading bots, the news before I go live on the channel, which is incredible as well. More importantly, my dividend investing also goes up in here, showing what I'm dollar cost averaging into every single week, which is really, really nice as well. So go join up to the community, guys. It is linked below. And it's very, very bullish, and I love speaking with everyone in there in the community as well. 365 members, thank you very much. 1,240 posts. There is a lot of information in there. Now, let's go to OKX, because this is legit. I'm going to show you this. I'm currently up $189 on the day. This is 1.4%, which is crazy. On the week this week, 2.49%. That's $330. On the month is 8.27% here, $1,045. And yes, in the 6 month, this just gets nuts. 886%, $13,000. No BS. That's in 6 months. So this is growing. I'm using bots. That is all in the Patreon, guys. I've got the full 15-minute setup guide in there. And I literally just posted up before filming this video. So it's very, very nice. And I'm going to show you this. These are day trading bots. Basically, you can trade long or short. It's up to you. And I can trade with leverage. Now, unfortunately, you can't trade with leverage in the United States, Canada, or the UK. It is really annoying. But there may be a workaround if you can have a VPN server. Not financial advice. Now, you can see here on the screen, I've got 102 positions open up at the moment, 204 orders, obviously closing out a long position, opening one up, etc. So there's a significant amount in there. Now, if I go to the history, let's just have a look here, guys. Yeah, I've got a couple of losses right here, and it does happen. Mainly wins, taking small wins, as you can see right here, 3 USDT, 7, 4 USDT right here. This is going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just consistently trading. And you can see here, this is the actual account, guys. And yeah, I had a liquidation there of 15 USDT. I'm not too worried about that. Mainly wins. It adds up. And there's so many of them. This is the 28th of September, by the way. And look at this. Absolutely crazy. There was one liquidation there. I'm not worried about that. Let's just have a look here. I mean, you can see for yourself. This is no BS. So again, I've got this all in the Patreon. It is making me passive income. And yeah, I've had liquidations in the past because the market just absolutely plummeted for whatever reason. But it's been incredible so far. And I'm sharing that all in the Patreon, guys, because I can't really do it on YouTube because it would be considered financial advice. Also, I've got my futures grid bots here, which are doing nicely as well. Optimism, that's up 10%, $3. API 3 right here, 43%, which is nuts. These ones haven't even triggered yet. And this one's my biggest one here, TRB USDT, 220%, 110 USDT. That is nuts. This has been going for 3 days. 3 days. Mental. 2.75% on IMX. We have 1% on, what coin is this? Sorry, guys. World coin right here. And, of course, LPT at 1.32. And Optimism is up 2.62 again. Crazy. Crazy stuff. So, no BS. That's just me showing that. Go join up to the Wall Street Bull University. It is linked below in the description. And I'll also pin it to the comments so it's easier for you guys to find. And I love talking with everyone in here in the DMs. So much better than Discord. I'm just putting it out there because you've got 20,000 people trying to talk. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, join up, link below. Now, of course, we've got BCH up today on Crypto Bubbles, 9.8%, $236, which is nice. I am trading that, guys. Chainlink, I'm extremely bullish on. This is working with Swift, or I should say they, the project. $7.74, 5.6 on the day, 13 on the week, and 30 on the month. Very, very nice and completely undervalued in my opinion. What else have we got here? Solana, I'm very, very bullish on at $19. You know, this one's an absolute no-brainer for me. It is working with Visa. NFTs, fast transactions. Obviously, they can do a lot of transactions with very minimal fees. That is an absolute no-brainer in my opinion. And yes, it is Raoul Pal's biggest position. Now, this is crazy, but Ripple appoints a former White House official to secure position in conversation. Ripple Labs hires a former US White House staff member, Lauren Believe, that's a good name, as head of the US Public Policy and Government right here. Believes role will focus on engaging with US government to ensure Ripple's voice is heard in the regulatory landscapes. And this is insane, man. This is huge. They've obviously appointed people from all walks of the industry. Not only that, government officials and the former Rosie Rios, who was the treasurer which is incredible. Her name's on the dot, like I think it's the $100 bill. Correct me if I'm wrong, leave them in the comments. I'm pretty sure it is. I can't remember, but it's on the fiat currency. Unbelievable. Now, Lauren Believe announced her new role as the head of the US public policy and government at Ripple. She expressed her strong sense of optimism regarding Ripple's future prospects. Furthermore, Believe shared the belief that Ripple stands at the forefront of revolutionizing the cross-border payments sector. And Believe further explains her primary responsibility would involve actively engaging with the US government. This is to ensure that the Ripple's perspective is effectively communicated within the regulatory landscape. And with regulatory landscapes involving, it's paramount that we advocate for policies that not only support the crypto industry, but also countless individuals and businesses that could benefit from these advancements. Huge. I think that's incredible. Now, obviously, the Financial Services Committee absolutely hammered Gary Gensler today, and I've got quite a lot of videos on X on that one. We'll have a look at that in a moment. But SEC Chair Gensler was in the hot seat on Wednesday. That's today in Australia. The crypto community expected the Financial Services Committee to ask tough questions after the recent court verdicts. Chairman of the Financial Services Committee, Patrick McHenry, targeted the SEC chair, saying, "You said the law is clear, but your actions have created more confusion and lasting damage, Mr. Gensler. You have also said your goal is consumer protection, yet your actions have pushed legitimate digital asset activity outside the regulated financial institutions where consumers are best protected." Facts. Chairman McHenry went on to say, "We've seen your ad hoc regulation by enforcement approach to digital assets on losing streak in the courts. You refuse to be transparent with Congress regarding your interaction with the FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried." Wow, that full on. Anyway, we're going to get into that in a second. Now, we've also got the SEC delaying ARK's 21 shares Ethereum spot ETF application. And breaking information, obviously, the US SEC Commission postponed the joint Ethereum spot ETF application on ARK Invests. And Bloomberg's ETF expert James Seifert commented on the postponement of the spot ETF as follows. "Well, we thought that was enough for today, but the SEC also postponed ARK Invest 21 shares Ethereum application, which was only published on September 21st and will not be decided until early November. We expect Van Eck's application to be postponed as well." That's because he's just had a bad day in the office. Now, this is crazy, but this is official. Franklin Templeton obviously has given the Bitcoin ETF application nod. And the US SEC as well has officially acknowledged the spot Bitcoin ETF application from Franklin Templeton, a global asset manager with $1.5 trillion under management. And this move comes as the SEC also considers its applications for a spot crypto exchange traded funds, obviously from other entities, including Hashdex. Franklin Templeton's filing is particularly notable due to its substantial presence in the asset management sector. Moreover, the SEC announced delays, and of course, with Van Eck and ARK, and the regulatory body has a maximum of 240 days from the date of filing appears in the Federal Register to approve or deny the ETF. I wonder what's going to happen with this. Shiba Inu as well, and it's pretty crazy to see this. Let me just pause that because I don't know if I want that to play. But the burn rate explodes 1,000% overnight as millions of tokens vanish, which is just insane. And a significant increase in the burn rate, skyrocketing by 1,000% in the last 24 hours. The surge came after a staggering 164 million SHIB tokens were permanently removed from circulation, data from Shiba Inu burn tracker shows. And, I mean, they're going to need to be removing a significant amount, but at this rate, we may see a significant increase in Shiba Inu. I'm still holding it. It's a meme coin, but I'm having fun with it. Now, Ethereum Futures ETF could start trading next week. An impending US government shutdown may be accelerating the launch of Ether Futures ETFs, analyst suggests. And on September 28th, Bloomberg intelligence analyst James Seifert said on an X post that this is looking like the SEC is going to let a bunch of Ethereum ETFs go next week, potentially. His comments were in response to a fellow ETF analyst, Eric Buchanan's right here, forgive me if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, who said he was hearing the US Securities Exchange Commission wanted to accelerate the launch of the Ethereum Futures ETF. They want it off their plate before the shutdown. He said, adding that he's heard from various fillers update their documents by Friday afternoon so that they can start trading as early as Tuesday next week. Whoa. Look out. Things are going to get pretty crazy. Now, of course, Solana looks to reignite interest in the DeFi sector, which is decentralized finance. Cognizant to their DeFi struggles, Solana protocols adopt innovative tactics and partnerships to overcome hurdles and broaden its user community. Solana's protocols employed points programs and collaborations to boost DeFi engagement. Despite the TVL growth, DEX volumes dipped. Visa partnerships sparked optimism. Now, again, it's going to be very interesting. I believe the DeFi space is going to be making a massive comeback, and that is why I'm bullish on refinance DeFi projects. Have a look at that, guys. Now, I'm very, very bullish on Solana as well, guys. It's just an absolute no-brainer. I have purchased some NFTs. I mean, it was just meh. Done some things on OpenSea, and that's gone pretty quiet, hasn't it? Now, the buy flow, we've got money going into XRP Luna, BCH Link, WorldCoin. I do hold that. We have Pepe as well. What happened to Pepe? BTC, Ethereum, Optimism, and Ape. Focus on utility, guys. Now, let's go to X because there is so much to talk about on here. And yes, I'm at the Wall Street Bull Oz. Go follow me on Twitter or X. Also on Instagram, I have the blue check now, and that is taking me a long time to get. So please do not go follow some BS account. There's the official link, and obviously my name is there, and go follow me on Instagram. Thank you to everyone that has done that overnight as well. I really appreciate it. You guys rock. Listener Chair Gary Gensler struggling to answer whether he believes Bitcoin is a security. Have a listen to this.
The staff of the SEC have also,
my door,
and the prior
Well,
chair.
I'm just asking you this question, and this is not a gotcha. I thought this was going to be an easy softball into harder questions. Do you think Bitcoin is a security?
No, I think I've said this in the past that I think that it doesn't
I'm asking
meet
you
the
to
Howey
answer
test.
my question now. This is not supposed to be hard.
I know. I said it
Just
does
answer-
not meet the Howey test, which is the
Okay.
law of the land about being an
So
investment
it doesn't meet the
contract
Howey
and
test.
security.
So therefore, it's a commodity. Is that fair?
I would say it's not a security, and then the test is otherwise for other laws.
So if it's not a security, why are you not approving the ETF? Ugh. Anyway, the SEC has officially acknowledged Franklin Templeton's spot Bitcoin ETF application, a major step forward in the crypto industry. That is bullish. Jim Cramer, not Jim Cramer, you've got some funny tweets, man. I love that. Now, 3 things that could cause XRP prices to explode. Thank you, Jack the Rippler, for this. Ripple wins. Judge Torres denies the SEC's appeal. And I think she's had enough of the SEC. I'm just putting it out there. After 2.5 years, whoa, freaking hell, man. She's probably had enough. Let her have a break. It's too much. U.S. institutions integrating Ripple payments. That is already begun. Settlement between Ripple and the SEC. The SEC is not going to go in easy, that's for sure. Now, we've got 2 days to go. Ripple proper party. I'm very jealous of that, and I want to attend that. Now, there was a video with Brad Garlinghouse that I retweeted, and there's so many tweets. Let me see if I can find it. No, I can't. That's probably here somewhere. Let me just scroll up here 1 second because it's bullish. Maybe that was on Instagram. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, listen to this excellent exchange by Richie Torres. Congressman, have a listen to this. Gary Gensler.
Arbitrary and capricious enforcement action. So I want to take a few minutes to explore the concept of investment contract in greater depth. And I want to start with an obvious definitional question. We know that an investment contract requires an investment. Does an investment contract require a contract?
You know, something about this definition, I will quote Thurgood Marshall, Congress painted with a broad brush. And when Marshall said that, he was writing the law of the land. So we follow this Howey test and how not just Marshall, but other courts interpreted it. And it has a 4 component.
I did not go to MIT, but in the Bronx, if I ask whether an investment contract includes a contract, the answer is typically yes or no. So.
Well, actually, sir, under the Supreme Court law of the land, they do not write that in. They say it's an investment of money in a common enterprise when you're anticipating profits based on the efforts of others. So I took an oath to follow the law of the land, and that's the Supreme Court law of the land.
So in Howey, the Supreme Court refers to an investment contract as a contract, scheme, or transaction. That was the terminology that I saw in the case. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing in the Supreme Court's jurisprudence that suggests that a scheme or transaction means the absence of a contract. And so by way of illustration, consider the landmark case of SEC versus Howey. In the Howey case, there was not a single contract, but there were two contracts. A land sales contract with the Howey company and a service contract with Howey in the Hills. And the court found that the combination of those two contracts, the total scheme, the total transaction, the total economic reality, was constitutive of an investment contract. And so a scheme or a transaction does not mean the absence of any contract at all. It means, as it did in Howey, a multiplicity of contracts. In August, there were 6 law professors from law schools as preeminent as Yale who came to the following conclusion, quote, "No decision of the Supreme Court has ever found that a scheme that does not involve a contract could qualify as an investment contract." And so do you disagree with that statement? And if so, could you please cite a decision of the Supreme Court that has found an investment contract in the absence of an actual contract?
That just gets insane. It really does. I mean, I don't even know how he's still the chair of the SEC. I really don't. Moving on, Tech Dev is put up some bullish stuff right here, but the 3-prong signal, which preceded each Bitcoin for all-time high setting runs, break above the 20, the 20 moving average right here, the MA, monthly MACD bull cross and monthly vortex bull cross of global liquidity proxy, which oscillates with a 3.5-year cycle and also has log growth trajectory right here. Zooming in right here, previous bull market, guys, this has begun. The bull market is in, and that is just incredible as well. Cannot wait for that. Thank you, Tech Dev. Moving on, of course, we have an interesting one here from the Financial Services Committee and Gary Gensler. Have a listen to this one. This one's good.
The SEC has the court's decision in hand, rejecting your rationale for denial. Does the SEC plan to approve the current pending spot Bitcoin ETF applications?
Thank you for your letter. I did read it last night. Again, we're still taking this under advisement. It's a recent court action, and staff and commissioners will take it up as appropriate.
The court concluded that the SEC's denial of Grayscale lacked, quote, a coherent explanation, and then, quote unquote, falls short of the standard for reasoned decision making, and then was, quote unquote, arbitrary and capricious. How do you explain the SEC's actions there?
We do that which we do under the law as best we can. Sometimes things go into court. We're still considering that court decision. I think it was a district court. I'm sorry, it was appellate court. It was appellate court, but we're still considering that appellate court.
Just avoids everything. And meanwhile, you got Jamie Coots says that Bitcoin could be at risk of being taken over by BlackRock due to its rising exposure to Bitcoin mining. Crazy right here. I'm not going to go into all of them because I'll be here all night with the congressional hearing, but the Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 44 at the moment. Ripple's IPO buzz, experts predicting a 20x valuation jump to over $600 per share on September 29th. That's tomorrow in Australia. Could this propel XRP to $10? Very, very interesting right there. We'll have to look at that in detail. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. We have total market cap of $1.05 trillion. $29 billion in volume. It is in the green at the moment. My bots are doing incredibly well. Top altcoins in my portfolio. These get shared in the Patreon every single day. So join up to that is linked below. And of course, I've got my banking coins list. And I'm all about utility now. I'm done with the whole meme thing back in the previous bull run. And real utility, guys. No BS. Stuff that's changing the payment rails, cross-border payments, everything. These are the coins right here. And again, I'll share this up in the Patreon just so everyone can see them, all right? And I'm very, very bullish on XRP. I think this one's going to go parabolic. Not financial advice, it's just my opinion, but 8,000% all time. Can't look past that. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you very much. I'll be up tomorrow. Make sure you join the Patreon. Is linked below. Follow me on socials, and I'll speak to everyone tomorrow. Have a good night, or good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. And if it's morning, have an espresso. All right, guys, peace out. Speak then. Bye.